My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. Here's a little bonus feature in connection to yesterday's vlog that Amber posted. And so let's really quick just take a look at what Amber said about Ozempic about a year ago.
Does Delta 8 make you binge? It does for me. Does it for you? It was causing my binging to get way worse because I was getting to a point where I was getting pretty high and like I would just mindlessly eat and eat and eat all day. So I guess it's time that I share with you guys when I said that the first week of Ozempic did not work for me. And the reason why is because I was taking a lot of Delta 8. And like I said, it was like I was obsessed with it. I relied on it. I relied on it a lot. And I wouldn't really film while high. Actually, I might have a couple times, not many, but I ended up quitting Delta 8 while taking Ozempic. And I think that was a really big thing that also helps because Delta 8 was making me so freaking hungry, and then like stopping it plus starting Ozempic, it was very helpful.
So at the time she didn't tell her audience, but now she's revealing that when she was taking Ozempic it didn't work for her because at the same time she was popping the Delta 8 gummies and they were giving her the munchies. Can you believe that at the time 550 pounder would even have that thought to consume something that would give you the munchies while you're taking a medication that is supposed to suppress your appetite? Unbelievable. And then yesterday, the end of April in 2024, she said this. And keep in mind that while she was on Ozempic, she also told us that whole lie about having sludge in her gallbladder due to losing weight too fast. She didn't mention Delta 8 one time. And so this is what she said yesterday.
What's the update on you going back on Ozempic? So I definitely do want to go back on something like that. So there is semaglutide, which I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right, which you can get at med spas, which someone actually contacted me on Instagram and told me about it. Actually one that's kind of near my city. I am interested in it. It's going to be cheaper than Ozempic. So I am going to call the med spa and I'm going to set up a consultation. So that is something that's going to be in the works.
And so for somebody that claims to have weight loss as one of her main interests, she doesn't even know that Ozempic and Wegovy are the same medication, semaglutide. So she's trying to sell it as something new that she has already checked into that she would like to consume. And of course, I get that she has financial problems and she has to look at the cost effectivity more. I get all of that. But she has already forgotten that a year ago she was on, or she was talking about being on Ozempic and popping the Delta gummies at the same time, which gave her the munchies, which pretty much negated the weight loss she could have accomplished during that time. And she also forgot that she told us that Ozempic caused for her to lose weight too fast to where it led to her having sludge in her gallbladder, and now she's just starting over. That's how dense she is. That is how she never thinks about what she said before, or she can't remember, and she just willy-nilly blurts out things that are never true. That is where I'm sure that she never means what she says when it comes to weight loss, because she wants to continue overeating. Remember also what she said during the weight loss surgery arc, that she called it off because number one, Wipey was not in the picture anymore, and number two, she didn't feel ready. Yeah, of course not, because her only way, you gotta let that sink in, to deal with life is to sit her ass on that pillow mountain and eat all day. Otherwise, she would not look the way she does. She's been selling the premise that she's on a weight loss journey for years, and all she ever does is gain weight. And this is just another example of how she talks out her ass, doesn't think about what she says, doesn't research things, but just blurts things out in order to impress her audience or keep stringing them along. We saw her in yesterday's vlog being visibly bigger than she was the last time we saw her a week ago, and so for the entire week you can rest assured she's been overeating on a daily basis just to cope, as she put it, just to deal with all the excitement surrounding her mother's rap sheet. Which of course is another deflection on her part, because she has not even come clean or owned up to things that she has done on her channel. Now she wants to make her mother's crimes the topic on her channel, just exploiting and monetizing her family again. Because she is a coward, she does not own up to what she's done. She talks down to people that are addicts because she doesn't see herself as one, apparently. Otherwise, she would have talked about, when she talked about her mother's crimes, and when she blatantly lied about her mother not being the same person that beat up her elderly mother, that she is somebody that has not worked on any of her addictions over the years. Not on her food addiction, not on her alcoholism, not on being a shopaholic, a hoarder, a gambler, smoking weed, smoking or vaping, popping the Delta 8 gummies, melatonin gummies at night. I mean, she's completely oblivious to the fact that she should not be talking about addiction at all. What she needs is professional health care for her mental health and for her physical health. Otherwise, this might just be the year when we see her post her last video. And that is totally aside from the fact that her views are still going down. And instead of coming up with things now, which is probably what she's trying to do by throwing her mother under the bus yet again, she should be coming up with ways to keep interesting her audience, which she doesn't have in her. She has nothing to give. What did we see? Her playing with Lego sets, screeching with her caretaker that finally hit the road when she had had enough of her lies. And her just sitting there doing taste tests and taste testing candy, mind you, you know. And so again, looking at the whole situation, she's completely oblivious to what is happening to her channel. She doesn't have the tools to do anything about it. Now she's trying to string people along with saying that she's gonna go on some appetite suppressant again, which is not going to work for her, because she's still going to stuff that face, because she hasn't learned any other tools to deal with life. She has completely secluded herself and hidden away from life. She does not face any of the challenges we face out here because she's too lazy to deal with them. And so what she's doing is just blabbering and talking nonsense to have anything to put up. That is my 2 cents on what she said yesterday concerning Ozempic or semaglutide. It's the same thing, and she's not going to take it. If she takes it, she's still going to stuff face, and so there's no weight loss in sight. Of course, the same goes for Chantal. Both of them just in desperate need for money and therefore just posting on their channels, even though they effectively have nothing to say. And so here is a little message to both of them. Amber and Chantal. It's pretty obvious that you do not care about your health. It's pretty obvious that you do not care what people think of you. You've been ruining your reputation for years on end now without any sign of changing. Chantal has a few good thoughts here and there, but then she just keeps going with her unbelievable ways anyway. But here's what both of you are forgetting, and that is not that you might go out with a heart attack and just dropping dead on the spot. What if, because of your diabetes, and in Amber's case, untreated diabetes, you have to have a limb amputated? Have you ever thought about that? That goes for both of you. And also, when you have a stroke, you can end up being paralyzed, partially paralyzed. Would you show up stuffing face with half of your face drooping down? Or with not being able to use half of your body anymore? That is something I would like for both of you to consider. I get that you have given up on life. I get that you keep giving into your food addiction every single day, and strangely enough, turn the camera on and try to make it sound like you have things under control, or that you are willing to do everything to get things under control, which is never the case. You just say these things for the views, to string people along. But think about this hard. What if you had a stroke and you ended up being paralyzed? Would you still show up? Would you still be smug about your great looks and giving yourself the lovey-dovey looks into the viewfinder because you're so happy with what you look like? Think about it. All right, with that said, I'm out. Thank you for listening to this. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.